All right, folks, gather around because we've got some royal gossip coming your way. You've heard about Prince William, haven't you? Well, let me tell you, he's not one of those buttoned-up workaholics. In fact, he's quite the hands-on dad. And that's not me saying it. It comes straight from the mouth of a royal specialist. You see, Prince William, unlike his dear old dad, King Charles, has learned how to balance work and family life. Now, don't get me wrong. King Charles was an absolute trooper, working tirelessly and supporting hundreds of causes as Prince of Wales. But William's taken a different approach. It's like William has picked a few favorites in the philanthropic race and put all his energy into them, leaving time for the really important things in life, family. Picture this. Prince William, the father to our little royals, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, is less about meetings and more about creating moments. Just last month, he showed us how serious he was about this balanced life by launching Homewards, his 5-year campaign dedicated to reducing homelessness. Now, let's not completely knock King Charles. He's been a workhorse for the royals, and no one doubts his commitment. But according to Jenny Bond, the former BDC royal correspondent, that might not have always been a good thing for Charles's personal life. William, learning from his father's experience, decided to march to a different beat. And trust me, the change is noticeable. Poor William might have had to take on his royal duties sooner than he'd have liked due to the Queen's ailing health, but it's clear as day that he's given it his all. Bond spilled the beans to OK Magazine about his commitment. But what really grabs me is the bit where she mentions how, unlike his father, William understands how crucial it is for his kids to have him around on weekends, holidays, and just about any time he can squeeze in. Could you imagine? A royal household filled with laughter, a hands-on dad who's also full of ideas and innovations, ensuring that the monarchy stays fresh and in tune with the times? That's our William. Now, William wasn't exactly secretive about his father's dedication to work. Back in a 2018 BBC documentary commemorating Charles' 70th birthday, he remarked how his father's personal discipline and routine could be frustrating. Always packed with work, Charles was so busy that William and Harry, as kids, couldn't even pop by his desk to say goodnight. Talk about dedication. And King Charles isn't slowing down either. He kicked off his week on a warm Monday afternoon, July 10th, with a cuppa with President Biden at Windsor Castle. After a royal salute from the Welsh Guards, King Charles and President Biden were chin-wagging about climate change just hours after the president had a sit-down with Rishi Sunak at Downing Street. I tell you, the man never stops. Hey, guess what? You're never going to believe this. King Charles and President Biden were so chummy, you'd think they were old pals from college. You know, the way they patted each other on the back. You don't see that kind of open gesture every day. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now for the really good stuff. You know our charming Princess Kate, right? Well, let me tell you about this totally adorable thing she did at Wimbledon. It was all smiles and sunshine when she decided to grace the fans with her presence last week. But there was this one little fan who had the day of his life. So there she was, strutting to the center court at Wimbledon, looking like $1 million in her mint green Balmain blazer and a white pleated skirt. She was there to cheer for the British player, Katie Boulter, before joining the legendary 8-time Wimbledon champ, Roger Federer, in the royal box. But the highlight of the day was this previously unseen video shared on a royal fan Instagram account. As Princess Kate is heading out to center court, she hears this cute little voice call out, "Hi, Princess!" You know what she did? She didn't just wave and keep moving. Nope. Our Kate walked over to this little kid, crouched down to talk to him at his level, and even checked out his super cool toy submarine. Can you imagine? She asked his name, told his family it was lovely meeting them, and wished them well. And all the while, fans were going bonkers over how sweet she was. You've got Joyce Brown saying, "She is a mother first. She knows kids crave attention, so she stops, bends to his level, and has a conversation." Another fan, It's Me, calls her a class act and talks about how beautiful she is. And Terrington can't get over how natural and sincere she seems. Now you might be wondering why her own kids, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, didn't get to enjoy the tournament. Well, the thing is, they were still in school when she made the trip last week. But it's a known fact that George, the eldest one, is a total tennis buff. He even had a lesson from Kate's friend and royal box companion, Roger Federer. Isn't that just the coolest thing? Okay, folks, if you're a sports fan like me, you'll love this next bit. You know our tennis legend, Roger Federer? Well, he's been singing praises about how Prince George and the family are really into tennis. You've got to appreciate a royal family that enjoys a good game of tennis, right? Now, from sports to fashion, did you know our own Princess Kate has been spotted wearing the same dresses as Ivanka Trump? I'm not pulling your leg here, people. Turns out our princess is a bit of a fashion twinning legend. Kate has dazzled us with everything from glamorous ball gowns to summer sportswear. But this time, it seems she's taken a page out of Ivanka Trump's fashion playbook. Let me paint a picture for you. It's the Royal Charity Polo Cup of 2023, and there's Kate, cheering for Prince William, sipping champagne and looking all sorts of fabulous in a £550 pale blue mini dress by the London-based design label, Beulah. And guess what? It's the same dress Ivanka Trump wore while campaigning for her dad, former President Donald Trump, back in September 2020. Royal watchers were quick to make the connection when Ivanka posted a photo on Instagram, sporting the dress while visiting a bakery in Florida. Yep, she was learning how to bake Cuban bread and taking snaps with the staff, all while looking fab in that dress. But hold your horses. This isn't the first fashion overlap between the Princess of Wales and the former political advisor. They both rocked a white dress by British designer Amelia Wickstead at last year's Royal Charity Polo Cup. Ivanka wore it first in 2019 at a family event. Kate followed suit, but added her own spin with a white belt, a black clutch, and a pair of nude heels. That's not all. Back in July 2017, both fashionistas were spotted wearing the same bright yellow dress by Jenny Packham. Imagine this. Ivanka, all bright and cheerful in that dress at a robotics competition for kids in Washington, accessorizing it with silver turquoise jewelry and matching heels. And not far behind, there's Kate, wearing the same sunflower dress on a royal tour of Germany, paired with new heels. You've got to love how they've both rocked the same outfit in their own unique ways, right? Thanks for hanging out and indulging in some royal fashion gossip. All right, if you've been enjoying this ride so far, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We've got more royal updates coming your way. Now, let's dive right into our next story. It's about our dear Princess Kate and her recent chat about Prince Louis's education. You won't believe the stir it caused. So, here's what happened. Kate, ever the caring mother of 3, was having a heart-to-heart with a bunch of kids. This was during the grand reopening of the Young V&A Museum in East London last month. A video of her casual chit-chat caught fire on social media, and the subject of discussion, the education of her kiddos, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Kate was asked about her children's schooling, and she cheerfully shared, "My daughter Charlotte will be in year 4 next year. I'm Charlotte's mother." Then George enters year 5, and Louis is in the reception. Now, for those of us in the UK, reception is pretty clear. It's the first year of primary school, but for the rest of the world, that term left them scratching their heads. Fans from outside the UK were left puzzled. "Louis in reception? Sounds like she left him in the lobby or something," one person quipped. Another wondered, "What is reception, like kindergarten?" And a third simply asked, "What does in reception mean?" But don't worry, folks. Reception is just a UK term for the first year of primary school. It's where children start their educational journey, typically around the age of 4 or 5. It's kind of like kindergarten in other parts of the world. So no, Prince Louis hasn't been left in a lobby. He's simply in his first year of school.